Monty and YWCA for putting on this luncheon. To be part of this is second to none. I mean, especially to be asked to speak at this. All the things that I've accomplished in my career, this definitely sits right up there with one of the top ones. To have represented thousands of men and boys and girls in start cheerleading to represent the TNT banquet, TNT football games, is quite a feat. 100 years, TNT, tradition. Just think, tradition. That's what it's about. It's about tradition. And I just can't imagine all the gentlemen that have gone through here, looking around. We, growing up in North Tonawanda, tradition, what that meant was Sarah, Bona, Anastasia, Calafarsi, Wild Bunch. You know, I look around here, I see Palazzi, Oliverio. You know, that's what it was. You know, you were told, even, I see a bunch of the Chiefs, you know, I think they were Tonawanda, weren't they? We'll throw it in there, there's a bunch of them over there. But, you know, you heard about this growing up as a kid, these names, you know, and you were told all about this. That was tradition as far as egos. I remember as a young kid, what you did is you got on your bike, you rode over to Vetter Stadium, and when you got to Vetter Stadium, you sat outside. That's what we did. We sat outside, watched the game. Halftime, we went over to Galactic. You got a sub. People remember Galactic. Back then, it was just a little 4x4 building. You know, you had Larry Galactic. Hey, what do you want? You know, big sub. And if you didn't know Larry, little short guy, greatest guy in the world, great sub. Then you went back to the game, and you went inside, and you watched the game. Back then, there was 8, 10, 15,000 people. And it was unbelievable. You know, you just walked around and people just pushing you. And you waited, and here you are as a little kid. And you just couldn't wait until the game was over. And you went over. The guys were coming across the field, coming out. You're sitting there ready to shake their hands. None of this high-five stuff. You know, hey, yeah. You know, they shook their hands and you were waiting. Somebody throw me a chin strap. Throw me, you know, a hand pad. Personally, I didn't want the chin strap. But I wanted the hand pad or the arm pad because the next day when we were playing the Sandlot football, you know, you could use it to get my brother coffee or Mitch Wiley. You know, you took care of them that way. So, you know, but that's what you look forward to. And I didn't realize until a few years later, getting that pad meant, you know, something to me as a little kid. But when as a player, if you're walking off that field, and all of a sudden, here comes a little kid. He wants your chin strap, your hand pad. To you, it's nothing. But to him, it was everything. And I'll tell you, so it's pretty special to have some kid looking up to you and saying, holy cow, you know, you're actually something. It really meant something to me. It was tradition, like I said. Another thing about the tradition is other names. You have Ramsey and Wachowski, you know, they had affiliations on both sides of the canal. But you know where their heart was. They both lived in NP. So, you know, they were NP guys. But when you speak about tradition in North Tonawanda, there's two names that you have to speak about, and everybody I think knows. Coach Small and Coach Vetter. I was very lucky as a person to get to know them, talk to them both. They're icons in this area. To this day, I don't think anybody's ever had competition between them or records like them. And case in point to prove how good they were and what kind of gentlemen they were, they both had statements saying yes. And if anybody ever talked to those two, you know, you came away just shaking your head saying, holy cow, what tough is who Rocky. I mean, these guys, just unbelievable individuals. Then, you know, of course, you got older. Instead of riding your bike there, you realize at Vetter Stadium, there was one little corner that was kind of dark. You know, now you're in 7th, 8th grade. Now you don't stand outside. You went where you could hop the fence, and people know. And you get 10,000 people, they're never going to catch you. So you run through the crowd, you got there. And I remember instead of going to the lofties, you go underneath cement bleachers at Vetter Stadium, where there's a little stand. And Vetter Stadium, now that's a stadium that compares to no other stadium in this area. It's not a little field on the back of high school with metal bleachers where the wind's constantly blowing all the time. You don't get any atmosphere at all. Better stadium, you sat there, cement bleachers, people are close together, and it was in a residential area, and the sound just stayed there. And as I went to college, the gentleman I played with from Lewis and Porter, and to this day, remember, he hated coming to Better Stadium because you come there, people are spitting on you. I think you know, but I said, you know, you hated it because it was so loud, you couldn't hear anything, and there's a crown on the field. If anybody's ever played there, it's like that. There's a huge crown, and the problem with the quarterback, our quarterback always knew what to do. Their quarterback didn't. The ball would fly high. So it was an advantage to us. Finally, in 1973, I was lucky enough to make the varsity as a sophomore. Apparently, though, my parents didn't think I was that good because they scheduled family vacation Labor Day weekend. So I had this practice that Saturday. They probably don't know, they're sitting over there turning their heads, but they probably don't remember. But I missed practice on Saturday. And back then, you didn't miss practice. You know, and I remember I wanted to quit. And I had an older brother who was a senior, and he ended up calling 3 guys, Kenny Walling, Lou Seary, and John Barrett. And John scared me when I said, they probably don't remember, but somebody sticks out. They came over and said, you can't quit. I said, I missed practice. I said, I can't. You know, it's not like kids today, you know, you have a hangnail, they're not going to practice. I said, I missed practice. I said, no, I don't want to play anymore. They said, just come on out and stay. And thank you, John. I stayed, I don't stay, and that was the first year I experienced playing in a TNT game. And I remember it was, like I said, my sophomore year, you come walking out with the Better Stadium. And of course, it was pouring rain, 35, 40 degrees, typical TNT game weather. And we ended up winning 7-6. And it was an unbelievable experience. And I remember I had a pretty good game that day. I had 15 or 17 tackles, and the only reason I remember that is I had Coach Williams as my homeroom teacher. He was one of the defensive coaches. Anyway, that Coach Williams, what he would do is he ran game films all day long for football season. He didn't teach out, he just ran game films and had all the stats up there. So it's kind of easy to figure out what I did. But that was my, like I said, that was my first experience and involved with North Tonawanda in the game. Then my junior came up, and we had, just the week before, beaten Kenmore East. Jack Morris kicked the field goal. Kenmore East was number 1 in the state at the time. We beat them, we won the championship. Now next week we're playing for the TNT game. So we had a little letdown. Of course, we're playing over at Small Stadium. And this I remember, of course, over there they're spitting, throwing everything at you as you're walking through across the street from the junior high there. You know, and I remember doing a hurdle stretch. I can't do it too well right now, but you got to picture this. I'm on the ground doing a hurdle stretch. Next thing you know, you get bombarded with eggs. You know, up at the railroad track there, they're just killing us with eggs. You know, it was pretty fun. It was a good time. But I just didn't help because we won that game 14-7. Apparently, the coach did a good recruiting job because he should have recruited a couple of those guys throwing the eggs. They were pretty good. So that was my junior. Then my senior year came in, and we didn't have a real good year. We were expected to have a lot better year than we did. We finished 5-4, but again, we went to at home against Town of Tonawanda, and we won that game 35-6. We blew them apart, and all 3 years I played, and I was a defensive specialist in my life. And what it was is we only gave them 1 touchdown in 3 games, and a touchdown per game. And I mentioned before, it was a wild bunch. And to be a player in North Tonawanda, back then, I don't know if they still do, I was talking about Stancy, but the wild bunch defense, what it was tradition. Have I mentioned tradition before? Yeah. It was a tradition that if you had good enough defense, you were allowed to call yourself the wild bunch. And kind of just, you instilled that into you. However, if you weren't good enough, the coach would tell you, you're not the wild bunch. You can't stay because you're the wild bunch. And I like to say we started, but we didn't. It was years before. And I remember going there when I was in high school, watching and see some of the Leveleckies and guys like that, Leaches, Scripps. You know, you heard the wild punch, you hear them on the field, the wild punch defense, the wild punch defense. And again, it's just, it was a tradition to have that you lived up to that. And that's what we're trying to do here in North Tonawanda. So that was my senior, and then, of course, in 1979, I see Coach A's here. They ended up winning the championship, went undefeated, and carried the tradition on, went to Rich Stadium. And then the 80s and 90s came, and there was up and down. There's some winning records, some losing records, but still, NT, the thing is, you shop for the TNT games. And no matter how many wins you had, you pray to God that